Jeezy dropped Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101, or TM101, however you want to say it, 20 years ago. Now, it's safe to say, us, as the consumer, we hold this album in high regards as a classic. I remember when this album first came out, he had the streets on lock, not even the streets, the South on lock, to the point where people outside the South started catching on. I had received a comment on one of my platforms that really had me thinking. It was a video that I had dropped of Jeezy and Coach K. Now, first of all, it's iconic because y'all already know them boys won't talking for years. But I was talking about how classic TM101 is. When I was mentioning it being a classic, I mentioned how it's up there with Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z and Nas's Illmatic. I don't remember if I said any other albums, but I had received a comment on one of my platforms, like I said, and they were like, nah, it ain't up there with Illmatic. Now, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I understand age gap and time difference, because you got some people, when you say your opinion, they want to sit up there and jump down your throat, pause. And nah, it ain't about that. Everybody has the right to feel the way they feel like it. But I feel like it is up there with Illmatic, if you ask me. And I feel like the difference between Illmatic and TM101, I can sit up there and go to the club, and they sit up there and play some of them songs from TM101, and then people gonna still sing them songs word for word. I ain't gonna go any further than that. But what I'm asking y'all is, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like TM101 is up there with Illmatic? And the reason why I'm using Illmatic is because when I was growing up, we had the Source, Double XL still out. But that album was always looked at as the greatest album ever, the best album ever made. And you already know when you say stuff like that, people gonna be sitting up there, nah, this album's better, that album's better. But what I'm asking y'all is, do y'all feel like TM101 is up there as a great, just like Illmatic? Or y'all like, nah, you can't compare these two right over here, regardless if it's a 10-year stretch. It don't matter, the music's still timeless. But what do y'all think? Now, I just want to throw this out there. Did y'all see Benzino on Drink Champs about a year or two ago? If you're familiar with him, then you already know that he owned the Source. And if y'all familiar with hip-hop, then you already know at a certain point in time, anybody in hip-hop took them ratings from them very seriously, because they already knew if they give your album a good rating, oh, the streets gonna eat it up, pause. And he was mentioning on Drink Champs how, yeah, he dropped the ball on a couple of albums, and Jeezy's album was one of them. He could have gave him a 5 mic rating, but he chose not to for whatever reason. I can't remember, but it is what it was. I think he gave him like a 4 mic rating or 4.5. I can't remember, but I just want to throw this out there. It's a lot of other classic albums that got 5 mic ratings that didn't get it originally.